I have to send you and Julie and Irish copies of my graphic novel because I have to do that at some point. Because
I tell you,
what?
excuse me.
Bless you.
Bless me
Bless
again. Bless
Jesus
me.
Christ.
Bless me. Dominus, Dominus. You'll be okay.
Yeah.
So Kerry, I will tell everybody who's watching it. His book, The Incontessi, is incredible. It's a graphic novel, and it's better than anything you'll find in any graphic comic or comics. The guy could write. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I will not that I'm trying to brag. It's not really a British thing to brag. You're not really supposed to. But
But you're from Long Island, so it's okay.
All right.
You're a
Well,
nasty American over the pond.
oh yeah, then fuck it. Yeah, one of the
There you go.
one of the premier. There's a gentleman. I'm not going to say his name who's been writing comics for roughly about I don't know about 40 years, and I struck up a friendship with him. And he asked me if I could send over copies of my graphic novels. So I did. I have the first two chapters already finished, so I was happy. And this is a guy who's been doing his own independent self-publisher for quite some time. And he said to me, and I quote, he said that the story here and everything you have here is better than 95% of all the independent books that are out there right now. So I was more than pleased when he said that. I was just really, wow, I'm blown away by that. And he just said it was like, well, it's kind of true. So, have that feather in your cap. And I have that feather in my cap. Hi, Toby, how are you? And I'm going to be finishing up chapter 3 in April. Excuse me. I will be finishing chapter 3 sometime in April, and then the chapter 4, which turns out it's going to be the origin story of our titular hero, will probably come out sometime in July of next year, which is good enough for me. And then I'm going to make that into a bi-monthly book, I think. Like once every 2-3 months. I'm going to try and figure out how I'm going to do that. But yeah, I'm in this for the long haul. And then I'm going to come out with another property because what I want to do is I want to hire a couple of other artists with me to help me put the book together, because right now I'm doing everything. I'm doing the penciling, the inking, the coloring, the lettering. It's too much. I can't do it.
Sure.
And there's a couple of other ideas that I want to get out there, but right now, if I decide to do something like that, it's not going to be really conducive to be doing anything else. So yeah, other than that, what Neil said is true. Hi Pamela, how you doing? Yeah, I mean, aside from any of the comic stuff that I do, I also do personalized commissions where what Neil said is correct. It's just like if someone wants me to draw a relative of theirs as a certain superhero or supervillain, whatever it might be, that's totally fine. I'd be more than happy to do it. The turnaround time is less than a week, and that even includes the postage and the shipping of said project. Because even though I'm an American, I live in the United Kingdom. I'm sorry?
I said, but wait, there's more.
Well, wait, there's more. What else is there?
I don't know. Lovely drawings of women. Yeah, there's let's see, lovely women with big breasts.
Oh yeah, I love drawing women with big titties.
I saw something you put up yesterday. Those were lovely. They were lovely.
Oh yeah, that was who was that? I don't even know who I think that was Catwoman. Well, a friend of mine. Well, a friend. Well, you know what? A lovely lady friend of mine who has her own comic book podcast. Her name is Nita Lanning. And sorry about that. Shameless plug. She hosts the Ragin' and Cajun show, where she showcases independent artists of all kind. And there was one gentleman in particular. His name is Luke Stone. Now, this gentleman, even though he was vaccinated, he got COVID, and it really hurt him really, really hard, really terrible. So I was talking with, and Nita asked me if I could participate in a telethon type thing where it's like we'll be me and a bunch of other artists will be raising money for this gentleman because he just came out of an 11-week coma, which is more than horrifying. And
oh man,
yeah, he's gonna have to relearn how to do just about everything.
Uh,
So there's
that's
that.
horrible.
Yeah, it is horrible. It really is. So
Gosh.
what I did, she asked me if I could draw Catwoman with really big titties.
All
So
right.
about 2 minutes to break. Oh, my apologies. I hope I'm not taking too much time.
No, you're doing good. I just wanted to give you a heads up. We're going to go to commercial in a couple.
Okay, so anyway, so I did that, and I finished it, and it's going to be used to see if anybody will purchase it. I'm going to start the bidding for that at 150 American dollars, because I want
Very
this guy to get
nice.
as much as I want him to get as much as he needs, because the medical bills are going to kill him already as it is.
Absolutely, and I've been through that myself. Getting wiped out, you can get wiped out financially, but for the grace of God, but go I, so to speak. Well, listen, we have 1 minute left. We're going to run a couple of breaks, and then we're going to be back. We're going to have Raspin Stewart. Are you here for a while, Rich? Can you hang?
I'm here for as long as you want me here, my friend. I'm just going to keep drawing.
Right. You can keep drawing, and I'm going to talk to Raspin after the break. He's got some great tunes, and I'm sure this is going to be a really good show.
Yes, sir.
A really big show. All right, we're going to go to a break. Hang on, I'm doing it all today, but that's okay. I thank Julie for making it very easy for me. So here we go, commercial break. Live with Neve, it is 15 past the hour on the East Coast of America.
Hi, this is Leland Sklar, and I am hanging with Neve, and I am having the best time of my life.
Live with Neve, Fridays on the East Coast from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Hey there, it's Kevin Sorbo here, and you lucky people, you are live. You're live with
Jesus almighty. Well, that was a real smooth transition. I'll tell you what, this is radio excellence at its finest. Without further ado, we're going to let Rich continue on his drawing. Again, Marvel DC Comics drawing artist, The Richness. We'll be back to him, and I'm going to bring up Raspin. All right, we finally get you on. How are you? Your mic's off. Says your mic's off. That's weird. I can't turn it off. Oh, hold on a minute. I feel like an idiot.
No, it's okay.
There we are.
Okay. All right, good.
It really
Can you
does
hear?
go to seed. I hear you wonderfully, and it goes to seed when I don't have Julie here. She's a lot of fun, and she's like, without her, we have our jobs, and she's great at hers.
Yeah.
But
everybody has their designated position.
Yes, and she right now is just laying low. She has a little medical thing, so we're going to talk to you.
Okay.
You've got a long career. Tell me about where did you start? How did you start? And let's take it from there.
Let's take it from there. I started in the Chicago area, and I was born in a little town called Joliet, Illinois. I think the Blues Brothers were there. And then I moved out here in '74. I used to play the folk clubs, like Earl of Old Town and Orphans and things like that. And then I moved out here, and I moved to the beach to a commune, which was very cool.
What year was that?
'74.
All right. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, I was very young. I was 17. And I, played music and, did little things. And then in '81, I played like the folk circuit for years. Like there was a place called the Iguana Cafe, the Troubadour.
Right. Are you familiar with Roy Bookbinder?
No.
Okay.
I would say I don't know anybody, but then when it comes down to it, it's like I know a lot of people, but no, I don't know him.
Yeah. Well, it's funny how that works. I bump into people sometimes, and we have like on the 12 steps of separation. I'm like, wow, that is so weird. You cross paths in this life, and it's funny.
Yeah.
So tell me you've got some new stuff out, which is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
tell us about that a little bit.
Well, that took about 5 years to record, and I did it in pieces. As the
Hmm.
budget, you kind of run out of money, then you got to
Sure.
save some money and stuff like that. I started it with a guy by the name of Bo Astrup who played bass with me, and Chris Bolak,
Okay.
and we would put down those tracks, and then we would overdub, like more guitars. Steve Travato, he put some stuff on it. Percussions, Brian Brock, and then I went to Ed Tree. Do you know Ed Tree? He produced like 4 of the songs on the record, and also Steve Reed. He produced "Smoke the Hookah," which is really cool. And then I had it mixed by Jeff Gold, who's a fabulous mixer and he added a lot of things and took a lot of things out. So it's like, is a mixer somebody who just mixes, or is a producer somebody who mixes? But anyway, he got a great sound. And then we took it to Bernie Grunman. He's a friend of mine, and he mastered the CD. And the rest is history. Then I released it, and I sold about $8,000 worth of CDs, and I'm still selling them. My first CD, "We Do What We Do," got licensed by Starbucks. I was really lucky with that. And there you are. I missed you.
That's really cool. I know.
Yeah.
I did too. I missed you. I was sitting here feeling all lonely in the room here.
Yeah, it was like, oh my God, what the hell's going
Oh
on
my
here?
God. Absolutely. I might be having a flashback. God almighty. Happens.
Yeah,
I grew up in the 70s. I've been waiting, and now I'm 60. It hasn't happened yet.
Uh-huh.
Maybe at Thanksgiving over the holidays, I can have one.
You can have one what?
A flashback.
Oh, you know what? I have flashback. Like I have a hit of pot every night before I go to bed.
Me
And
too.
yeah, and sometimes during the day. But every night, it's like it just helps me sleep, and it helps me dream and stuff like that. And
Right.
yeah, so but what's really cool is I've been writing songs as I'm falling to sleep in my head. And
Mm-hmm.
the whole thing, like the whole verse, the whole melody comes out, and I'm going to myself, this is amazing. This is amazing. You have to wake up and write it down. And then I go, oh, I'll do it in the morning. I'm too tired. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have years of journals and things that you've worked on or put down, anything like that? How's your process?
Well, my process is I usually smoke a joint,
Mm-hmm.
and I start playing something, and the song will find me, and
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty much it. And then I work on it, and I write the lyrics down, and I always record it when I'm doing it, because I could be in the early days I could be recording it for 2 hours, 3 hours of straight just writing the song and
Right.
taking it apart and stuff like that. I have a song called King of Fools that took probably 5 years to write because I put it away. And then one
Right.
day I was just playing it and I wrote another verse. And
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of my process. But like sometimes most of the songs, like New York to LA, I started that in Portland, Oregon. And then I
Mm-hmm.
worked on it. I have a yard outside where I have a fire pit that I like to
Mm-hmm.
play. And so I wrote another verse there. And then I was going to San Francisco to do a short tour. I was playing Biscuits and Blues and Roselli's and a couple other places. And
Mm-hmm.
my friend Bo, he goes, you got to finish that song. And I only needed like a few lines
Like,
to it. So
mm-hmm.
I pulled out my guitar in the car because I wasn't driving, and I finished it on the way there, which is not normal for me because I don't usually can't sit down and just write a song. The song
Right.
has to find me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of how my process of that. But I
Well,
really am blessed that I've written some really cool tunes that when I'm
mm-hmm.
playing live, people will call them out. They'll go do
Right.
hookah, or they'll do the tango song, or they'll do rumbling and tumbling, and that's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
I like that. And then I like to
Well,
stand back from the mic and let them sing along. which is really
absolutely
cool.
I heard that, and I was listening. I've been looking through your YouTube archives, and some wonderful stuff on there.
Yeah.
Well, listen, how about we have about 5 minutes till the break. Do you want to play something?
Sure. Let's
That
see.
would be great.
Yeah, let's do. I don't know why this one's coming to mind. Can you hear the guitar?
Sounds great.
On and on, the story goes. Hypnotized, the truth lies within the third eye. And look both ways before you cross the street. Petrified. And now, who's the king of fools? And now, who's the king of fools? Gandhi, Buddha, Jesus Christ. My God, what if they lied? Love one another, it's death to others. How it's justified. No rhyme or reason, but you keep believing in these religious rules, while history paints the bitter truth. And history paints the bitter truth. Hey, look to the left, it's right beside you. Life's just a banquet, why not taste it? So many chances could be wasted. Life's just a tango, why not dance it? Who's the king of fools? And now, who's the king of fools? So on and on, the story goes. The world seems to be so terrified. An eye for an eye, and we'll all be blind. The wise men have cried. Who be the sinner? Who be the savior? Who did cast that first stone? And the last breath you'll take, you'll take alone. Look to the left, it's right beside you. Life's just a banquet, why not taste it? So many chances could be wasted. Life's just a tango, why not dance it? Who's the king? Oh, Einstein stinks stove. Look to the left, it's right beside you. Life's just a banquet, why not taste it? So many chances could be wasted. Life's just a tango, why not dance it?
Hi, I'm trumpeter Greg Adams, and I'm live.
Who's the king? Oh, fools.
Wow. That was splendid. I just got to tell you, that is killer. I wanted to have my cajon here. I
love that.
I was getting all, twitchy. I'm like, yes. I wanted to run downstairs. That sounded great. Tell us, how long ago did you write that one?
That's the one that it took me years to write. I put it away, and
Oh, okay. All right.
maybe 4 years ago, 5 years ago, maybe I finished it, and I love it playing it with the band because
Oh,
it's just
mhm.
Barrett Taglerino is playing with me now, and he's an
Oh,
amazing guitar player, and Matt Bunson plays bass,
uh-huh. Well,
and I've
that's
been
awesome.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I mean, it's great that you have some people who are your caliber. I've watched some of your ensemble, and it's really great. I
yeah.
just now though was really great fun. I love it. You sound great. Your voice is clear, and you have a great vocal style that's it's unique, and I like that
Well,
because
thank you,
everybody.
thank you, thank you.
It's hard to find uniqueness anymore. Everything's a copy of a copy, and
Yeah,
there's so many. It's just hard to find something, and that's one of the things. You know, Toby has so many good friends, and she's helped me a lot, turned me on to
she's the
some really
mayor of
amazing.
music in LA.
I mean, really, she is, and
Yeah,
I appreciate all she's done for me and everybody else.
right, right.
Toby is the bomb, and
Yeah,
can't thank her enough. She's here in the audience right now. Toby, we love you, babe. Just it's truly heartfelt.
yeah, we do love you.
I can't wait. I can't wait till NAMM next year because I definitely owe her a dinner somewhere nice, and
Yeah.
we're looking forward
I
to it.
played NAMM. I played
Hmm.
in the eating area on that stage, which is a really
Okay,
cool. It's a cool stage.
it is.
Yeah,
Well, you always I always run into people who
yeah,
they always run into them at the food court. You know, it's just
yeah,
like okay,
yeah,
oh
yeah.
look at that, who's that? You know, we've all got to eat, and
Right. Yeah, we do.
the
We
same
do.
thing with hitting the men's room and having Robert Plant walk in. You know, it's
Oh
kind of like
yeah,
I mean, I think you've written a couple of okay songs.
yeah,
I mean, God,
yeah. I met
but
Tom Waits in a bathroom one time.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Tom Waits is great.
Yeah.
I do his Jersey Girl because I'm here in Jersey and we play it
Uh-huh.
all the time.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Something to
Yeah.
pull out because it's so much. I mean, I'm looking out the window at the shore and it's a beautiful place to
Right.
live.
We both have windows.
I know it's great, isn't it?
Yeah. I love
Today,
big windows.
I have a big window and I'll just see if I can give you a view out the window. The ocean's out there.
Oh wow, that's very cool.
And it's a beautiful day. We're supposed to have incredible rain.
I
For
wish it would rain here.
Oh, I imagine
Yeah.
fires and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but I just love rain. I mean, I don't like it
Mhm.
where I'd like it every day, but when it does
Right.
rain, I really enjoy it.
Excellent. Well, I like it here too. The weather is always changing, but I'm actually excited when it snows. I'm going to enjoy it. I
Yeah.
love the calm and the quiet and it's just the
Yeah.
silence of it.
Yeah.
But well,
Do you live
listen,
in?
we're going to go to. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead. No, go ahead.
I live in Highlands, New Jersey, which is where
Uh-huh.
Sandy Hook is, and
Uh-huh.
I can look out, and Manhattan's like 25 miles across the harbor,
Wow. Wow, that's
and so
beautiful. Beautiful.
it's great. You can get into the city on a ferry. You can be there in like 40 minutes, and
Huh.
it's a nice place for that.
Yeah.
We're at the highest point on the East Coast, south of
Hmm.
Maine. And it's nice. This is the only big mountain here, and so it feels almost like parts of LA. A lot of
Yeah.
little winding roads up here and pine trees, and
Oh, cool.
it's a unique
I live
place.
in I live in trees too. My whole house, I don't even have air conditioning in my house because my house is engulfed in trees.
Awesome. It's
So it's
funny how
cool.
people. I lived in Florida for many years, and you can't live without air conditioning.
Right.
You know, a
Right.
lot of people I know out in California or out west do that all the time.
Right.
And
Palm
it's
Springs, you
lucky.
can't live without air
Oh
conditioning.
no, yeah, that's a fact. Palm Springs is definitely hot in the summer.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's interesting to me the few times I've been there, how cold it got in the night.
Yeah,
I
it
remember
does in the winter.
I called up my the person I was working for. I called up my boss because he was up. It was East Coast time,
Uh-huh.
and I said, he goes, "Well, what are you doing?" And I said, "I'm sitting submerged up to my head in a hot tub, and I'm
Oh
looking
wow.
out at
Yeah.
the light coming on to the desert mountains, and
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
I was like, I'm having a rough day, you know. I
Yeah.
mean, too
Yeah.
bad I have to
Yeah.
go to work. I told him, I said, about to go to the show and get going and doing the things we're here to do,
Uh-huh.
and it was
Are
great.
you,
That time, he actually he booked my car in LA at Burbank, and I
uh-huh.
know how he is finance. You know, if you go fly on his dime, yeah, I always was a good steward of his money. So I went to the airport and he had booked my car. And it was fun because I got there and the lady says, yes, your boss called and he's got you a red 5.0 Mustang.
Okay.
And I went, what? I said, that can't be Jeff. It's got to be the wrong thing. I said, I know Jeff. He doesn't do that.
Right.
Do you have something like, do you have a Yugo? Maybe
What's a Yugo?
A Yugo is a small car that was sold in America during the 70s.
Okay.
And it was modeled on the Fiat Stadia, and it's been made in Yugoslavia. It's been made in every Czechoslovakia, all of the Eastern Bloc and pre-Soviet. So that's the typical car he would, if he could, he would have put me on the bus and sent me in steerage down below with all the drums and stuff. It was just the way he was. But I almost said to her, you got to call him and check this because he's going to be pissed off if I'm running around for 10 days with this car,
Right.
And it was funny.
Was it the right car?
It was the right car. And of course, once I realized it was, as I was driving out 10 heading towards Palm Springs, I said, Jeff, no matter what anybody says to you, man, you're a good apple. And
was it a convertible?
Great. It was a convertible.
Oh, that's even better.
The other half of the story is that I had someone from Tennessee I'm trying to think, wherever President Clinton came from, Plains, Arkansas, Plains, Georgia is the other. So the first thing I said as we started driving, I could see him tensing up as the traffic got up to about 80 bumper to bumper speeds. Yeah. And I live in New York and I grew up here. So driving death speeds is nothing, it's the way it goes. And you pray you will survive another day. But he looks at me, I said to him, have you ever driven in Los Angeles? This is right before we left. And he goes, well, no, I grew up in Little Rock. I drive around there. And I just kind of went, oh, that's okay. I'll drive because I know my way around. But when we got on the road, the terror in his eyes, we're driving. I got the top down. I'm feeling great. Allegedly smoked some fine con before we got on the road.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, the super death bikes start whizzing by at like 140 miles an hour.
Right.
I'm always praying they don't hit your mirrors. They go zing, zing, zing.
Yeah, I don't get that. Yeah.
He's had his fingers in fear on the seats. Ease up on the leather, my friend. All will be well. I'm a good pilot. But the end of this story, because I don't want to take all your time.
This is fine.
As we drive back, well, when we got back, we got done with the show, and we had one more day in Burbank. We had to just go back from Palm Springs and hang around, not Burbank. We actually we went to the Ventura Boulevard all the way to the ocean, and we parked.
No, you probably went Ventura.
Where the big power plant.
Yeah, you could, because you could take it to Santa Barbara.
Yes, and we took it all the way down to the beach, and it was like 11 in the morning on Sunday, and I actually had let him drive a little bit, so he drove. There was not much traffic by an LA standard. Right. And we parked the car, and it was a beautiful day. There was boats out on the water and lots of beautiful people doing their thing. We're sitting in the lifeguard stand, nice 6-pack of some high quality beer. I don't even remember. I don't drink anymore.
Right.
I remember thinking that I'm kind of warming up to this guy after 10 days because he drove me crazy the entire time. Right. Went out to a really fine restaurant in Palm Springs, and he's totally a rude idiot. He did not have good table manners, and we're here eating $100 steaks, and he said that this steak had a hair in it. No. I was just like, and we had the best waiter who was just a consummate waiter in Maine. The guy had it down. My brother was also a waiter. And I was sitting there going, okay, I'm having an experience here, a nice, really good meal. And then he's like, there's a hair. And I'm like, there's no hair. I'm looking at it. I was almost ready to tell him to take mine, but then he started harassing the waiter. And I said, he insisted on getting the steak recooked. So I just said, well, I'm gonna start. I said, I don't mean to be rude, but I'm getting going. And after, when we were done that night, I went up to the waiter and gave him a very generous tip and told him, I appreciate your manners of this Gavone that I have with me. He has raised by people in trees, and I don't know what, I can't account for him. He's from a place in the country that I don't understand. And, the the final parting, after I started feeling all warm and fuzzy about the guy after a couple of joints, drinking the beer, it's time to leave and go to the airport in Burbank.
Yeah.
So I say, all right, man, this has been kind of fun. We're finally going to be home tomorrow. I think we could have gone to Dallas, but at any rate, on the way back, I get to the car and I go, where's the keys, bro? He goes, I look in the window, they're in the ignition.
He was drove, right?
Yes. And at that point, all the anger and pissed offness I'd subverted on the trip from embarrassing us at the steakhouse. I mean, it's a place Frank Sinatra would go. It's not the kind of place that you have a shitty meal ever. Yes, I mean, the fact that he turned his steak back in, I ate mine. It was one of the most perfect steaks I've ever eaten. Well, we get to the beach, and as I'm walking, I see the car. Well, I start to walk around looking for a hangar. And as I'm walking down, I can't make this stuff up. I'm looking in various trash receptacles, not finding crap. So I'm getting angrier and angrier as I walk. And then I'm digging around in one and I see some movement. And there's a couple in this car right in front of me going at it full bore. And as I looked up, I was like, oh, shit, you know? So I stumbled back. I don't want to think I'm perving on him, you know? I'm like, oh, I'm out of here. So I go back and I'm just foaming at the mouth, crazy mad. And I'm trying my best to just keep calm with the guy. Well, we look. I try to cut through the thing, and he goes, "What are you gonna do?" And I looked out of my side. I really don't have a fucking clue, but something will come to me. And then I see the big steel. I saw the big steel garbage pails that they have in LA that are lovely. I picked it up and broke out the passenger window.
No,
where he was riding. I was gonna miss my plane. It was a rental, and we had all the insurance on it.
Oh, that's good.
So what was funny though is the poor guy after that. Let's say he didn't talk much after that for like
I bet
hours.
you he didn't.
When I got to the plane, but it was funny. I had to tell him what we're gonna do. I said to him, when we get back, first off, don't say anything. But if you have to say something, remember we were parked down at the beach. We got back to the car, and the car was broken into, and they stole your camera. And he goes, no, but that's not what happened. And I was like, no, this is your story, comprende? And we went in. I threw the keys at the lady. I'm like right up there. She's like, well, you have to bring it to the return. I'm like, I don't have time for that. I hauled ass, got on my plane, and left. And every time I tell that story to my friend Jeff, who paid for that whole week, it's really pretty funny. He got a big kick out of it. He goes, what did you do? Go to Men in Black school or something? I said, desperate times call for desperate measures, and the show must go on. I made it to where I had to be, and all was well. But listen, I've been talking all this time. We're going to do a real short break, and I'd like to have you come back and play. Hey, Wade Johnson, how you doing, buddy? All right, well, we'll be right back. I'm going to pull up hey, buddy. Can't wait to have you on. I'm flipping through my brand files here. Let us see who we can bring up next.
Hi, I'm trumpeter Greg Adams, and I'm live with Neve.
Melting a flake of snow this year. I won't be sad to see it go.
Hi, I'm Darren F. Flynn, a singer-songwriter from Ireland, and I'm on Live with Neve.
Are we back?
Nope. All right, we're back.
All right.
And that was a song that I recorded. It's Leonard Cohen's First We'll Take Manhattan. And
I love that
a lot
song,
of fun. Yeah. It is a great tune. We had a lot of fun with it.
You're a drummer, right?
I'm a singing drummer. I sang it and recorded it, and with some help.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been playing my whole life, like a lot of guys. I was a kid and just garage band did it, and here I am still doing things that whatever needs to be filled usually.
Right. Did you ever play in LA?
No, I have not played in Los Angeles. I would love to. Maybe at next NAMM I'll get a chance. We'll see.
Yeah, I have to tell you, New York is calling me. I really want to play. I think New York might enjoy my music. Maybe.
I think Asbury Park would as well. No, I think you're absolutely bookable in New York, and Asbury Park's got a great music scene again.
Where's that at?
I think that's where like Bruce Springsteen and the whole New Jersey sound. It's about 10 miles south of where I live.
Okay.
Highlands is right at the mouth of New York Harbor, and you just go south. Asbury Park was like a huge beach attraction for decades in New Jersey.
Cool. Yeah.
And it's like, if you don't have your Bruce Springsteen, it's like worse than not having your vaccine card here. You can't say anything.
I love Bruce Springsteen.
Yes, we have to bow to the Holy One.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
The guy's got a career.
Yeah, he's had a great career. And he's turned political. He's been political for a while. But he's on the good side of political in my book.
There you go. Well, I know he wants to do better for everybody, so I get it. I'm pretty apolitical, I figure it's like I'll either annoy one side or the other, and I like everybody, and I have friends in both parties. Like I've said to all people in all parties, sometimes your friends are great one-on-one, but people can get crazy in crowds. And,
I don't really care. I mean, as long as you're nice to me and nice to the world and stuff like that.
Absolutely. And that's
all that really matters.
Absolutely. Well, how about rather than me yakking, we've got another 15 minutes. You want to play a few songs? I think you're better than me.
Tell you a little story about this song. So I was in a club one night and people were talking about, 2-chord songs and 3-chord songs. And I said, I'm going to write a song with 1 chord. And it ended up with 2, but really there's only 1 main chord in it. And it's a song called Down Low.
All right.
And it's exactly what it sounds like. Someone gonna get you, take you away. Way down in Mississippi where the black water flows. Way down in Mississippi, way down low. Love a voodoo woman gonna save your soul. Take you to heaven, bring you back. Real, come on, real. Slow, gonna get you, take you away. Someone gonna get you, take you away. Down low, way down low. Well, Peter loved Mary, Peter loves Paul. Peter loved the best, to both was a ball. Down low, way down low. And cries down low. And he lies down low. Yeah. Someone gonna get you, take you away. Someone gonna get you, take you away. The devil, oh, the devil. The devil is a sinner, the devil is a saint. There ain't no way to paint a pretty picture of this place. Down low now, way down low. And she cries, ooh, down low. And it lies down low. Someone gonna get you, take you away. Someone gonna get you, take you away. Way down in Mississippi where the black water flows. Gonna take you to heaven, bring you back. Real, come on. Real, come on. Slow, gonna get you, take you away. Someone gonna get you, take you away. Down low, way down low. Someone gonna get you, take you away.
Oh man, very nice.
So that's a one-chord song, really. Pretty cool, I think. Where'd you go?
I'm sorry. Here we are back again.
Okay.
That was a great tune. I love the blues, and I've played all over playing the blues, and just love the hell out of it.
Yeah.
And that's just, it's amazing what people can do. Well, look at the Rolling Stones, 4 or 5 chords.
Yeah.
Although that does. I've found over the years playing them, you can say that, but then when you start getting into all the oddball guitar tunings that Keith will do sometimes, the drop Ds and the other, things he comes up with, I really like it when I have someone in a band who can kind of figure out the complexity and the simplicity at the same time of Keith Richards' guitar playing.
That song on the recording has almost 9 background vocals on it.
Wow.
They have a.
They got a church vocal.
Yeah, kind of. And there's a guy going down low, way down. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. And then I have and Steve Travato. I don't know if you know of him. He's an awesome guitar player. He put some great lead guitar on it, and I mean, it really came out very cool, I thought. There's your cat. What's your cat's name?
This cat is named Pats. Say hello, Pats.
Pats.
Hi, everybody.
How you doing?
What's happening, baby? She's a star.
Yeah.
All right. I'll feed you in a moment. Good kitty. She really loves music. And when I'm doing the show frequently, she hears it and just comes and hangs out to see what we're going to do. And it's cool. I always like animals better than people on most occasions, but
me too. Me too. I used to have 200 birds. I used to have 200 canaries.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I'm obsessed.
That's amazing.
I'm obsessed.
I once had finches. I had bought for my wife.
They breed quickly.
Yes, they do. And not only that, I bought them and being a complete idiot what I was buying. I had a cage made. 4 by 4 feet, a big cube.
Yeah.
Had a cage, little tiny wire. Well, Christmas, a few days before Christmas, I go out with my mom. I buy the birds, and I'm going to let them go in this thing. Well, we're out in this lean-to glass greenhouse where I've got the thing sitting.
Yeah.
As I put them in, the first 2 flew in and flew right out, and they're flying around in the greenhouse. I'm going out of my mind. Yes, they climbed right out. So I finally catch them, put them back in the Chinese food box, and I'm like, "Oh my God, what am I going to do?" I have to go next door to the guy who built the cage, have it wrapped in screens. And I will just tell you, I love the sound of those finches in the morning. They are just, really nice.
They're great.
And I loved having them, but now I'll just record them and have them. There's less, cleanup and, it's
birds are a lot of cleanup. All they do is shit and eat and shit.
And then tear shit up if you have a larger bird,
Yes, they do. But, the canaries weren't real friendly. They don't sit on your finger. But they do sing beautifully. They do.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Well, listen, would you like to play another tune or two?
Yeah. Do you want to hear Rumbling and Tumbling?
Hell yeah.
Okay. All right.
Here we are. Raspin Stewart live with Neve, and we're tumbling into things.
Well, catfish are jumping. It's an impossibility. But somebody's been rumbling and tumbling in my backseat, baby. You tell me lies, come on, and hold me tight. We go rumbling, tumbling, yeah. Rumbling, tumbling, yeah. Rumbling, tumbling, what? Get you through the night. Whatever, get you through the night. Bookers at the tax man, what do I do? I sold my new car, still got no revenue.
Good, Annie.
Somebody loves you, but who knows who? Rumbling, tumbling, say, rumbling, tumbling, what? What gets you through the night? Whatever gets you through the night. Skiddy wop, whoa, Rio. And do it, skiddy to boppy, skiddy to bopo, skiddy to body, you're counting on me through the night. Whatever gets you through the night. From neoclassic to the Berlin Wall, the cities will crumble, legends will fall, and lost and lonely without a trace, you go rumbling, tumbling, set, rumbling, tumbling, what? Get you through the night. Whatever, get you through the night. And Booker is at the tax man, and Mama's home alone tonight.
Wow, man. That was excellent. What a nice tune.
Yeah.
Well, listen, go ahead.
You can get that on my website.
Oh, where is it? What's the name?
Raspin.com.
Wow, imagine that.
Yeah, wow. Imagine that. Yeah.
Is that your birth name?
Yes. Yeah. My mom named it.
It's a very unique name. I like it. I don't know that I've ever had a friend named Raspin. And
well, now you'll never be able to say that again. Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's a great name. Well, listen, we have like time for one more song. If I get you to play something, then I'm going to roll us out and we'll be done for the day.
Right. Do you want to hear something? Want to hear something? I'll play this one. I was going to do the hurdy-gurdy man.
Oh, all right. Okay, everybody, Raspin Stewart, we're live with Neve. It is 4:45.
This is called Somewhere in Time. And it's about life, and it's about everything is in divine order. I've been flying solo for so long now. Don't know if I'm lost or if I'm found. In the roads we travel, and the dreams we dream now. And the truth of it is what it seems now. And somewhere within time, you'll find what you're after. There's always an answer. The world keeps spinning faster these days. These days. And along this journey, on the road to kingdom come, you follow your heart, the battle's won. Some cry for Christ, some cry for younger years. Oh, younger years, let your tears, your fears disappear. And somewhere in time, you'll find what you're after. There's always an answer. The world keeps spinning faster these days. These days. I've been flying so low for so long now. Don't know if I'm lost or if I'm found. And the roads we travel and the dreams we dream now, and the truth of it now. And somewhere in time, you'll find what you're after. There's always an answer. The world keeps spinning faster, faster, faster. These days, I'm gonna fly away.
All right, everybody, give it up for Raspin Stewart. This is the Live with Neve show. We're glad to have you. We'll see you next Friday, Raspin. It's been a pleasure, man. And remember, everybody, raspin.com.
And like me on Facebook. You can follow me
Absolutely.
there. Yeah.
That's
okay,
right.
Thank you so much. It was great.
It's a pleasure, man. And we'll talk to you later. Here we go, people. Have a great
You know what? And then I want you to be in the background and go, we need blonde jokes. You know, like you just, you know, yeah, okay. I was going to play like a real. I don't want to be
Two, I think they need to get used to jokes.
Me too. Me too.
Can't make fun of them.
God no.
They're talented. Well, you know what? They make fun of themselves.
They hurt my feelings when they talk stupid shit that they don't know anything about. I gotta go some socks. You turn it in?
No, I turned it off because all the windows are open. Well, the windows are open and the heat on. I'm just saying. I got chewed. It's like right before I was leaving, I get 5 bites at the office.
I'm telling you, you need that fucking place to do again. Fucked up.
Well, I think it was, you're in my shirt.
I don't know. We wash our clothes every week.
It doesn't matter. You don't wear them all every week. Got a huge bite right here.
Great.
One here, and I got a huge one here. The side of this sucker.
Holy Jesus. Man,
And that's how big they are.
It makes me crazy that we can't get rid of these things.
You can't get rid of spiders.
Well, I told you we gassed the fuck out of them.
I'm not. And they're probably at the office too. So you're never going to win.
No, I get that. Coop's outside. I saw him when I was in